Steals are not a scam, but they can do you more harm than good if you are not a disciplined defender yourself. All right, y'all, I did not intend on doing a video today, and I've already messed it up too many times. So let's just get into it. It's game day. We got the Heat Jimmy jersey on. We got bets out. We've got to get this done and we got to get going. I did not plan on making this video today. I did plan on getting clips together for the build seen in this video, which is my new 6'9" build that I will be putting a video out for. Also, pause. Before you get upset or say anything, it does not mean that the 6'8" Jimmy build that we did our last video on is no good or that I didn't like it or that it was the Jimmy build that was at 6'8". I made it at 6'9" and I made it with no steal. Now we're going to talk about steals in this video, and that's kind of how this came about. I was like, well, you know what? I made it with no steal. This is kind of a good prequel to it, so to speak, to say like, hey, this is kind of what I think of steal and talk with you guys and get your opinion on it. I would love any comments, likes, subscribes, or anything like that. Anything will help, will benefit the channel, will benefit me, will help me and help us grow this community. So I'd love it. I'd appreciate it. If this helps you in any way, let me know. Also have a conversation with me down below in the comments. Let me know what you think. Let me know if what I'm saying, you know, is dumb. Whatever your opinion is, that's totally fine to share it. What I have here is 12 clips. Now in each clip, my defender is spamming 2 to 3 times, sometimes only once, but majority of the time it's 2 to 3 times. Is steal a scam in 2K? No, I don't think that it is. Is steal pointless to invest in? No, I don't think that it is. Again, like I said in the last video, and what I'll continue to say is what works and what is the meta is what works for you. It's always what works for you. Now for me, I personally like to lock down, so to speak, my opponent by having good perimeter defense or just defense in general, forcing them to pass and call it a day. I don't really care to play the passing lane or to get a steal. It's also not my role. I'm not the lock on the team. I'm the point. And I think that I get more value as the point investing into scoring attributes rather than the steal attributes. So we'll talk about that when we do the build video, but this is what we're gonna talk about now. Steals are not a scam, but they can do you more harm than good if you are not a disciplined defender yourself. Now, you need to know what you're good at, right? And if you invested into steal just because steals were overpowered, I get it. That's why I had steal too. My first couple builds didn't have steal at all. When I started getting stole 7 to 8 times a game, I said, F it. If you can't beat them, join them. And I made a build with high steal, 91 steal. And then I kind of backed down and I went to a build with like 85 steal. And then I made this 6'9" build and I actually made it with everything bronze on steal. And it only took me a couple of days to be like, that was stupid. I just don't need steal, but I was holding on to it because I know it's an overpowered thing in the game, but for me, it's not. So I made the build again, but with no steal at all. Either way, we're not here to talk about the build. Let's talk about this. Are steals a scam? No, I don't think so. But if they don't fit your play style, and if you only invested into them because they were broken, I get it. But if you can, you know, maybe look at a different build, maybe look at a new build and put those points somewhere else because steal is very, very expensive. At the very least, maybe don't put it as high. Put it to like 85. A lot of people, I watch a lot of videos from a lot of people bigger and better than me, and they're running 85 steal a lot more often than 91 steal. The only people that are running like 91 and 99 steal that I'm seeing out of what I watch are the pure locks. And I'm not the pure lock, I'm the point guard. So I don't need that high steal. I brought you guys into Adobe with me just so that I can scrub through this individually and like use my pointer and show you, you know, what's going on. But we've got 12 clips. Now in the 12th clip, this guy finally intercepts a pass. It's the first time he intercepts a pass. I think it's the first time he even gets a steal at all. Now you look at every clip and he's attempting a steal or spamming, whatever you want to call it, 2 to 3 times, and he doesn't get one until the 12th clip. That's a lot of spamming. And what that allows, which I'll show you, what that allows is your defender, we're not even going to talk about it and point out this guy. Let's say I'm spamming. What it allows for me, if I spam, is for me to get stuck in an animation and my opponent, you know, on the offensive side, to blow by me, get by me, work around me, and me not be able to recover in time. That's exactly what we're going to talk about here. So this is my guy, 0 right here. Now look, he spams. Now he spams, I see that he spams, he's behind me, I take off. Now we're in rec randoms, I have no comms with anyone here. Actually, this is my boy in the corner here, but we weren't talking, like we didn't say anything here. But either way, what happens right here is everybody cuts. which is horrible. It's just not great. There's no comms, whatever. We end up winning this game, I promise you. I'll show the stats of it, you know, whatever. But we did win this game. But here we go. Everybody cuts. Now, if everybody didn't cut, look at this. I'm gone. I'm gone on this guy. Completely gone. He's just now recovering. Now, he's cutting and he's cutting. So, and this guy was committed to him. If he would have stayed out, look, this guy's already turning back towards him. And if he would have stayed in the corner, then I would have had an open lane. Doesn't matter. I'm not blaming anyone on the team saying that I didn't get the score because of them. What I'm saying is look at how I got past him because I realized that he was reaching. And he was reaching on a passing lane. I didn't even have the ball. So I end up turning out here because I see that this guy's cutting. I don't want to clog up the paint. He ends up getting the bucket. Pretty cool. Whatever. Next clip. Where am I? Here I am. Here's my defender. He spams. I take off. There's nothing. There's nothing here. I'm not saying there's anything here. I'm not saying I'm open. I'm not saying I get a point every single time. What I'm saying is that he is not a disciplined defender. Now, having high steal does not mean that you're going to spam, obviously. Having high steal, for me, though, does put me in the mental point of like, oh yeah, I have high steal, I should reach more. And sometimes you'll reach and it'll make you give up a point because you can't recover. I would rather not reach at all, lock down on the perimeter, maybe get a block, or just lock down, you know, my defender or whatever. I tend to hold my guys to low scoring, and it's not because I'm like the best defender. I'm more of just a pest and annoying, and I just don't allow them to be open. I do, like, on ball, I'm really not that great, but off ball, I am a pest and I do annoy people. So I'll hold guys to very low, you know, 5-0 points, you know, very often because I'm there. And I didn't do that as well when I had high steal because I would try to intercept something and then my guy would go, just like we're seeing here, or I would try to steal something and I wouldn't get it and my guy would go or whatever. So it's just something to consider. Having high steal does not make you a spammer. This guy is just not a disciplined defender. I'm not here to talk bad on anyone or point this guy out, but it is what it is. Maybe he invested into steal because he wants to become a better defender, which is awesome. And maybe he invested in steal just because it's so overpowered, and why not? Because that's why I did as well. But either way, he's not disciplined and it does him more harm than good for sure. He spams again right there. This guy's shooting the ball and he just spammed again. Did you see that? Look. He is already off of me. This guy is already into his jump shot. Already into his jump shot. And he's spamming right now. The ball's already out of his hands. And he's spamming. So it's just not being disciplined. And if you're like this, or you invested into steal, but it's really not your thing, consider maybe making a build without steal and put those things elsewhere. Maybe into block, maybe into dunking, because dunking's very expensive. And now you've got a lot to work with if you haven't invested into steal up to 85 or 91 or even 99. And you can put things more on offensive. You can put it in the mid-range. You can put it in the 3-point. You can put it wherever you want. But I found for me that getting rid of that steal, it fits my play style better. And that's just for me. So here we go, right here, spamming again. Spam. Now he's just now recovering. I'm open. I could do the little turbo boost that you do if you don't know about it. Once you get past half court, if you like tap or like double tap trigger and then hold it, it'll give you like an insane off ball speed boost and get you open. I don't do that here, but he's not even running to me. He's running to the rim. So had I got hit with the basket, maybe I'm open, maybe I'm not, but he spammed and that's what gave us this space. And that's all I'm saying. Open, good to go. Next clip. So I'm not even counting spams, and you know what? I will add a counter into the video. And he's not just spamming X, he's spamming A. Look at him calling for the ball. Oh, where's my guy? This guy was spamming too, but my guy's all the way under the rim because he spammed. Wow, I didn't even catch that. So this clip, this is my guy. This is what spamming does. He's behind me. Maybe he's trying to get the cutter. But look at this, he's spamming, I'm here. If this guy, I don't know what happens in this play, but if he goes to the corner, in a perfect world, right, obviously, but if he goes to the corner and this guy stays committed here, I've got this whole area to work with. Nothing ends up happening. Now that was a longer clip, did he spam again? Yeah, look, he came back, he spammed again. And now he's all the way back here. So if the point guard would have passed it to me here, this guy's not even in screen anymore because he spammed. Look at this. Look at this. He's not even in the screen anymore. I'm right here wide open. That is exactly what can happen if you're spamming, if you're not a disciplined defender, or if you've invested in a steal, but really it's not your play style. You're just forcing it because it's so overpowered. It's not as overpowered as it was, and everybody on the team doesn't need to have it. If it's your play style and you want to invest into it, use it. Awesome. All right, where's my guy? My guy's here. I don't know what he was doing here. I think that's why I put this clip in. Look at this. That's a Y. I think that's Y that he hit. That's a block. That's a block attempt. Block who? So this guy's just very undisciplined, just in general. And maybe he's young, maybe he's learning, maybe he's new. I'm not trying to roast him, but I'm just like, it is what it is. The example is the example. Look at him. This ball is up. He is at he's behind the 3-point line. This guy's over here on the wing, and the ball's almost at the rim already. And he's jumping up for a block. It's just not very disciplined. Okay, so in this one, here we go. Here's my guy. He's going to spam here in a second. Boom, spam. Doesn't get me open. I'm not open per se, but he's spamming. Spams again. Here I'm wide open. Look at this. He's spamming here. If I stopped here, let's see what happens. Oh, they do pass it to me, but I think this guy's going to help, which I'm pretty sure he does. So I don't do anything with it. But look at, if this guy wasn't here, look at where my guy is when I catch this ball. All right, where's he at? Here's my guy back here. I assume he's back here maybe because he was spamming. I don't know. He's spamming back here right now. I'm not trying to roast the guy. It's just surprising. And I'm just now looking back at this footage with you. I made the clips knowing that he's spamming, but I'm really looking into it. I'm like, wow, he is behind me. Like, so it's just having that high steal can put you in that mindset though. I totally understand that. It can put you in that mindset of like, I need to steal. I need to get steals. I invested in the 91 steal and it's so expensive. And I spent this VC on this build to be good at steal or to have high steal. Like I need to be stealing. And maybe that's mindset. Dial it back a little bit, homie, but you know, but look, he's back here reaching. Like to who? Nobody's running that way. Like I'm in front of you, like nothing's happening. So, and then he doesn't spam there. Maybe because he did before and he's like, damn, like I need to chill, or, you know, maybe, I don't know. He was still recovering, so he couldn't, I don't know, but I think I missed this layup. Yep. All right, so here's my guy here. Spam. Spam again right there. That's 2. Spam again right there. That's like a steal. Like he tried to steal it. Look at this. This guy is in the center of the paint. Look at, watch him. Watch his hand. Reaching. This is my problem with steals and why I had an issue with steals. Steals for me, because I'm not good at steals per se, is more of a gamble. Steals for me are like a 60-40 with the 40 being the steal, whereas like blocks for me are more of a 50-50 or maybe even a 60-40 in favor of the block. That's my play style. I'm not saying this is for everybody, but for a lot of people, and I see this, and this happens very often, it's not just this one guy, but it's like you're playing, you're gambling with steals. That is what you're doing when you use it this way, when you're not disciplined. Here's my defender right here. Spam, that's 1. Spam, that's 2. He knocks the ball loose right there. So that's the first almost attempt he got. How many steals do we have? I don't know. It's probably on the screen now because I've added a counter after the fact. But now he gets some type of steal, but it went out of bounds. He didn't get the steal. All right, so next clip. Here's my guy. Here's me. 1 spam. And look at where I'm at. So this is what I was talking about in the beginning of the video. I started understanding that he was just spamming all the time when he thought that this guy was going to pass it to me. So this happens to be good, but I break as soon as like at the same time, I predicted that one because I'm like, this guy's just spamming. I'm just going to run a complete opposite direction. And I do. And look, I'm here. He's here just because he's spamming. He's playing catch up now. Am I open? Do I get a score? No, I'm not saying that I do, but playing catch up sucks. And this could lead to a score. Did it in this scenario? No. Okay, next clip. I believe this is my guy here. Yes, this is my guy. So here we go. Boom. So this is the 12th clip. He gets his first actual steal / interception. The problem and what this moment right here causes this person to continue this bad habit. They get the steal finally, and they go, I'm really like that. And they continue to spam, and they continue to spam, and they continue to spam. And I've had people foul out on games because they're spamming so much, you know? So don't let having high steal build bad habits. I guess that's the point of the video, and maybe we'll just end it at that. And here we go. We did win that game, I promise you. I had 19 points, 8 for 13, 1 for 2. This guy had 8 points, 3 for 11, 0 for 2. That's my guy. And I had 6 blocks on him. He got a vendetta with me in that game. And maybe in the new build video, I will show, you know, some clips from this game of me on the better side. But I just wanted to talk about spamming and whether steal is worth it or not for you. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Let me know how you feel. Obviously, this guy is a bad example of a defender in the sense of he's spamming. And I am not saying that having high steal is bad or that it's a scam. But if you've invested into steal and that it is not your play style, it might be doing you more harm than good. That's all that I'm saying here. Let me know what you think in the comments. I appreciate y'all, and I'll see you in the next one.